It's been a long day. I just recorded this intro for the second or third time and I didn't have the mic on, so bear with me, it's been a long day. I started this video at about 8 o'clock this morning. It's about 5 o'clock tonight. I've got 2 days to get this Sicario tuned up and get a sight tape for Shot 3D Oklahoma. Like, this is the last couple days, so I started early today. I thought I can get everything good. Maybe tomorrow I can get some practice reps. It's been a nightmare since then. So I started off with this HLR. This is a 350 spine HLR with 125 up front. It comes in right at 424, something like that. I could not, I'm hitting left, I couldn't get a bullet. I'd get a bullet hole, I'd walk away, come back, it wouldn't shoot a bullet hole. It was just hitting left constantly. I'm maxed out left on the sight. I'm blaming the sight, thinking maybe the QAD. All right, so here's the situation. I can't get this bubble to lock in and stay locked in. I'll get it level with the string and I'll get this right. I'll get the bubble right in here. And then the first shot I go shoot it, it's off again. I've tightened this, I've adjusted this, tightened the screw underneath. I don't know where I'm getting off on this setup with this UV, but it is annoying. Finally, I just give up. I go to Fish Stuff. I talk to Ryan. I go, fix me. We messed with it for a while. We checked some stuff, but I think the reality is I cannot get a 450 grain, they are 450, right? 350 spine, sorry, 350 spine arrow to tune good out of a 70-pound Sicario. It's just too aggressive, too much ump. I don't know if the brace height has anything to do with it, so it's less forgiving. I don't know, but I can't get these 350s to fly out of it very good. I do have some 300 HLRs with a tack vane, which I really didn't want to use a tack vane, but they're already on it and I don't have time to refletch them, and I don't even have any more mini sabers in stock, so we're going to go with it for this event. With 100 up front, these come in right at 410, something like that. I could potentially deer hunt with it, but it's pretty light. Let me show you what I mean, because I don't want you to call me a liar, and it's been a wild day. All right, up first is the Mini Sabers, the 350 spine, weighing at about 424. These are the ones I built just for this event. I was super excited to shoot them out of this and the weight they were getting and everything. And here's how they tune. So this is the 300 spine, 410 grain with 100 up front. This is what I'm seeing, just inconsistencies like these 300, this was a 350 HLR, tip left, tail upper right. The 300, just about perfect. You could say maybe just a touch tip right. Shot them, and I've knock tuned all of them since then. What you'll see here is these three on the right are the 350s, and I'm getting a little bit of tip right, a little bit of tip left, and this one's pretty good. And this is the 300 spine, which is just about perfect. So the problem is it's inconsistent. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's left. Maybe you could knock tune all those out of there, but then sometimes you get crazy ones like this one down here where it's way tip low, tail high right. So just inconsistent with the weaker spine. So we're gonna go with the stiffer spine and actually be a little lighter. So before we get into this too far, we're gonna throw this bad boy on. This is from Rob Wisenbeck at Thwack Outdoors. You can find him on all the UV sites. He makes skins or wraps for UV sites and I guess other ones. But this one I thought would be pretty cool. If I can get it on. Earlier I was about ready to throw this thing in the lake because I was kind of blaming it for all my problems. And it still may be my problems, I don't know, but maybe this will make me like it a little better. Having a scope wrap that actually matches the camo of the bow. So this will just wrap on here like this, make sure everything lines up, and we'll wrap it around there and hopefully get a nice pretty vinyl that goes well with the camo of the bow itself. And you know me, I'm pretty vain about that stuff, so I like that. So I think that turned out phenomenal. Rob does great work. If you're into that kind of stuff, customization of things, especially UltraView stuff, check out Rob on all the UV stuff. Rob Weisenbeck, I believe I'm saying his name. I don't want to say it wrong. Rob Weisbach. Check him out on all the groups. I paid for this full price because it's worth it. So check those out. Let's go shoot some bombs, see if we can get sighted in. So I've got the fastest UV sight tape that they make on here, which, well, that's a 1 in the package. They may make some fast ones, but it's the fastest one I've got. I don't think it'll be right. I think I'm gonna have to do a precision cut, but I wanna at least be able to line up 40 accurately, and then I can go you know, 77 was 80, and I'll have a gap that I can use a dial caliper to actually gap that. So we're gonna get 40, make sure 40 is good, back up 50, 60, 70. We wanna try to get 80 or 90 and then spend some time there. So let's get 40 dialed in. Okay, still a touch low. Okay, 40's on. I was like 5 yards off for some reason, so I'm gonna move this, get 40 put on there right, and then we'll back up 50, 60 and get to 80. About hit a bird. A little left, but height-wise is on. Okay, just under the white, so we're close at 50. Let's go to 60. Just a touch left. Okay, just under, so we're close. Just to the right of the dot. Very close. Let's give. No, I think that one's in the dot. I think that's just left of the dot. Ooh, that one was low left. All right, we're gonna pull those. Why does this keep moving? What is moving in here? I swear every time I shoot, this thing moves a little. $77. Now we're back down to 76. Okay. But it moves every time. So let me know if anybody else has ever ran across this with the UV slider too. Every time I shoot, the sight moves down a yard. So like I've got it, 78 is 80, I think. So I'll set it at 78, I'll shoot, I'll check it, it'll be at 77. So like when I go back, if I just work to keep shooting, which is what happened in the beginning, they would just start hitting lower, 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 lower. So it takes about a yard to a half yard off every time. Which I do not understand. I've got everything tightened up. It just makes no sense at all. So I'm pulling my hair out with this UV slider too. As much as I want to like it, I'm not loving it. Okay, we're gonna try it again. I've checked all the screws on this and everything seems tight. So I don't know what would be causing this, but we're gonna put it at 78, shoot it for 80, see what happens. In the dot. 78 is 80. We're literally in the dot. Yep, now we're under the dot. And we're down to 75.5 yards on the indicator. I don't know if you can see that, but explain that to me. We're at 78, shot twice, now we're at 75.5 with that top indicator. Makes no sense. 409 grain arrow, a little lighter than I'd want to hunt with, a little heavier than I'd want to do tack and shot 3D with, but here we are. Either way, here we are. All right, let's see what kind of speeds we're getting out of these. I've never shot these through the chrono. 314, that's about what I expected. Did that one go through it? 316, shoot. And I've probably just run an arrow. So we'll probably just say 315 because that's in between the two. so we don't ruin any more of these arrows, because I've only got 10, now 9. All right, so we've got our sight tape. I like to do the travel speed sight tape, so the middle one is kind of the one we set up, and then you've got a little bit slower or a little faster, and you can kind of tweak that, so you don't have to go back and adjust for a little bit of a difference. You can just go cut out a new tape. So we're gonna cut out this middle one, take the one that's on there off, and we're gonna line this up with 80, which is actually 78. All right, so if everything is accurate all the way out, we should get clearance. Well, I'll tell you this, I bottom out at 139, and I've got plenty of clearance. I could go, if this sight would give me, if it would go down further, I could get 145 probably, maybe 150. So that's pretty cool to be able to get some distance like that. All right, we're gonna do just a quick run through with this new sight tape. Hopefully it's just quick and everything's right and we don't spend a ton of time on this, but we're gonna check it as far back as we can and hopefully have a perfect sight tape rolling into Oklahoma in 5 days. Just left of the dot. All right, so 59 is good. We're gonna keep moving. Height-wise is good, just left, and we're gonna probably just be left a lot. 87 and a half. I think that one may be in the dot. 101. A little low, yeah, low left. Man, way low left. Height's good, we're just left. Yeah, so we're 101. I'll add a yard. Perfect, just left. Okay, so we're a yard off at 100. Off at 100, so this is 110 and a half. I'll probably just put this at 112. It looked good, but it might have fell low. Yeah, it's low. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I can either go back to the original tape that was just off at 120. It was pretty good up until then. But I think I'm also going to do a 40 to 120 gap in that dial caliper, that gap, because I think that's why 100 and in, this one's really good, because I did that 40 to 80 gap and that made, you know, 20 to 100 really accurate. But over 100, I don't have a pin gap for that. I don't have a dial caliper gap for that, so it gets a little wonky. So I'm gonna do a 40 to 110, 20, whatever we did back there, and dial caliper that and see if we can get this thing as good as it can be, because it's getting frustrating. This is gonna be a long video. 94, which will be off. So I just want to slowly walk it back a little bit so I don't get crazy. I'm gonna put it at like 96 or 97, because I know I'm gonna be off a little bit. It's about perfect, just left. So I added 2 yards. So let's head on back and we'll add maybe 4 yards. Let's start out, we'll just go 125. And we'll just see if we can get that lucky. Okay, so we're low. Go 127 maybe? Flew pretty good, but left. Not too far off on height, so maybe 128. Okay, it's in that same corner, so we go to 127. And that just dropped it in the dot, I'm pretty sure. God, that's a crazy group, but I think we've gotten somewhere. Stabilizer came off a little bit. Let's go check them out. All right, so that's pretty incredible. One thing, all right, so I know it's hard to see. This was working it in, trying to figure out, like, is 125, 120? Obviously low, we crank it up a little bit. Is 126 or 7, you know, where are we at? And we're getting some here. I think 120, I think we went 125, 126, 127, 128. I think that's what we did. I'll have to go back and review the video, but first shot, second shot, I think we did have a flyer from one of these others that was this one. Went to 127, we stacked 2 or 3 in here, which was good. One of those I think was actually from 110, or 90, 95, because we were just walking it back. Then we went to 128, and we got 2 up here. Go back down to 127, and we put 3, the last 3, right in here, all together at 127. Can wrap my hand around it with a 5 1/4 inch brace height bow that I've owned for 4 days. So pretty impressed with that bow. And I'm not loving the sight that's on it necessarily, but I am loving the bow itself. So pretty cool. I'm gonna go adjust that sight tape and get this thing dialed in. All right, so Sicario is shooting fantastic. Me and this sight are having issues. I may do a longer video of it. I love the looks of it. I love the lightweightness of it. I mean, I'm getting good distance out of it with this bow, but I've got some issues with it. But what I've got to do is I'm going to dial caliper between 40 and 127. I'm gonna go ahead and move it there so I don't forget. 40 and 127, and that will be my 40 to 120 yard mark. I mean, I just had a group down there I could wrap my hand around at 127, which a lot of luck involved, don't get me wrong, but pretty awesome. So I think now I should be between 40 to 120, should be pretty dang dialed in. So loving the bow. Like, subscribe, stick around. There's a lot more coming. We're gonna get this thing dialed in. I've already got some changes coming for it. So like, subscribe, stick around, check out Rambo Bikes, use TripleRwoods at checkout. Appreciate you guys that are already buying bikes. That means a ton, and you'll love it. You won't regret it either, so it's a win-win. So I appreciate you guys that are already doing that. Check out Black Flag Supplements, use TripleRwoods at checkout. Save you some money, get you some good supplements for out scouting. Stay hydrated when you go scouting. I always keep one of those packets, they're hydration packets, with me in my bag, so it's always a good idea. So appreciate it. Like, subscribe, stick around.